I think I need to increase the price for throwables. I think I do need to increase the price of throwables. Ah. Suddenly cat. You're not Kakyoin. Kakyoin would be different. Kakyoin is not. Kakyoin is more like. Some cookies. Think it was too much. Just got out of commercial. What was that? Hi, Sergeant. Welcome in. Hope you enjoyed your commercials. Hope they tried to sell you something great. I hope all of you had a nice start into your week, had a nice start into the Monday. My Monday is surely existing, and I am certainly experiencing memory issues. I have no collection of what I really did today. I know what I did today, but I kind of don't know what I did today. I don't remember doing it. I know what I did, but I don't remember doing it. Go to the YouTube and hit the like button. Thank yous. I'm waiting for the YouTubers to also arrive, the YouTube watchers. Today we're going to read a bit more, like 5 more Kubera chapters. Oh, I need to get some water. I forgot I need to get some water. I didn't have water up here for the last like 3 hours. I need water. Give me a second. I gotta get some water. Gotta get some water. There is a YouTube stream, yeah. Monday has both Twitch and YouTube. Monday is the only stream I multi. Water acquired. Water acquired. Hi on the YouTube side, Oltanium. Opening water bottle. That was a challenge and a half. This is... Ow! Welcome on the YouTube side, Sergeant. Hammer, 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 hammer. Yeah, my YouTube side is mostly sleepy, in a way. Balance. Balance my butt. Oh, yeah, the coins do exist. The coins on the YouTube side are... Actually, now that I have the throwing stuff, I could probably set it up somehow. Could I set it up so that the throwing stuff can be done on YouTube redeems? On Twitch redeem. Can I add YouTube on Twitch on YouTube command? On YouTube command, and then I could set it up to have a command that takes coins and then you can throw something on YouTube. I could work it out. I would just need to look into that. Only on YouTube? The coins exist only on YouTube. YouTube has redeems? No, not yet. But I can make it with my program that I'm using. The program that is basically sending the message in chat, where it's like sending like the message of like how much you have pulled or thrown or anything. On YouTube there are commands of like the coins and everything, and those are things that I set up. The coins are supposed to be used for a multitude of things, but I never went to, there were supposed to be like chat interactions for D&D, so that chat can somehow interact with D&D campaigns when I stream D&D campaigns, where they can be like, I want the next attack of this character to deal another dice of damage. I want this character to be fully healed. I want this character to have one less death saving throw forever. And somehow like chat is like the gods or like the viewers, the watchers interacting with this story or something. I don't know. It was an idea. And now that I have the throwing stuff, I could potentially set it up that you can redeem something on YouTube through the streamer bots thing, and that redeem then interacts together with the vConnect, allowing YouTube guys to also throw something, potentially. That sounds infuriating as a player and or GM. Yeah, it's like random. It's fun. Welcome, Marokit. How do you survive the weather? Oh, the weather is not that bad in my area at the moment. How warm was it today? I don't think it was that hot today. Like, I'm still wearing my shirt and cape, as you can see. So I'm getting by. Apparently today we had around 20 to 25 degrees, but it was a bit rainy and cloudy, so it wasn't as hot. But I'm managing. Guys, I have no recollection. I know what we read last week in Kubera, but I have no recollection of giving like a summary of like what we did last week. Oh, Pyro guesses what? Guess what? Guess what? Chicken butt! Is that what you wanted to say? Or did you want to say something else? Confusing stuff, confusing stuff. Do you want to talk about... I got a new fan. Oh my god, you got a new fan? Who is he? Or is it a she? Or do they go by they, maybe? Do you have any idea how little it narrows it down? A fan. We are on a chess stream. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, I remember that we were in a dream. I remember that the Gandhava going into chess was a thing. That the little girl was being used as like a medium, and that potentially could kill her, or maybe is going to kill her. Able to be comfortable again. This one is super strong too, so much cool air. Man, I cannot believe that you're getting blown by your fan. I'm happy for you, Sparky. I hope you enjoy getting blown. I hope you enjoy it. Something Airavata. Yeah, Airavata. Airavata is like one of the people inside of the dream, where it's like the Nastika or leader of the Kinara tribe, I think. And Chess's mother, apparently. But for some reason, Airavata that Gandhava sees is not the Airavata that Gandhava knows. And now Gandhava and Menaka talked about like, hey, introduce me to your friends. I'm a changed man. Introduce me to your friends. I'm a changed man. And we're kind of like also fearing that maybe Gandhava is going to mess up completely, so that not only will he not be able to wake up and save Chess, but we're also going to lose the girl, so he's going to mess up completely. So that's an idea that could happen. To Twitch me, to YouTube me. Oh my god, they're touching each other. They're touching each other. They're touching each other. The star girl, what do we call it? Star-crossed lovers? Star-crossed sergeants. Aww. They're touching thingies. They're doing the fusion dance. I haven't played the game in a long time. Again, Tubaru. I know, like, I saw the announcement about, like, level 50 increase. I'm still, like, what, level 31 or 32? I just cannot find the time. Just cannot find the time, and this week I won't find the time either. Oh god. And also, like, I haven't been active on the server in any way. Oh, yeah, Dragon Ball Online. I was like, what game? What game do we both play that is going to get a level increase, where they're going to do a fusion dance, And Hydroxenon, hope you had a nice day, and it only gets nicer from here on out. You see, I can't resist. I was gonna say something, but I didn't. Hi, Louis. Sparky, did you want to say? Well, they also do a fusion dance in Kamen Rider. Was that something you want to say somehow? They also do fusion in Kamen Rider, huh? But the fusion dance is literally... Like, fusion is the Dragon Ball concept. Fusion is so Dragon Ball. I know other stories have fusion as well, but fusion is so Dragon Ball. Fusion is so Dragon Ball. Does happen a few times in Kamen Rider. Xenon! Xenon, you got... Your body is here for you. Your little buddy is here for you. So I've been looking at skirts. Been looking at tights. Looking at different outfits I can wear. Speaking of this week, it's the end of being at season's finale. Setzetze. How was Setzetze? How was Setzetze? Did it turn out to be a good season? I know, like you already watched a whole bunch. I don't know how much the finale can like determine for your rating for the series. I feel like it can determine quite a lot per se, because like a bad ending can ruin everything. A neutral ending is going to be fine. A good ending is going to push it even higher. So I wonder what crazy. I'm going to ignore your bricks. Xeno, I will say it again that you're here. I'm thinking about increasing the prices for throwables. You guys are throwing me a little bit too much. I was probably gonna die. What? Wait, Zetsutsutsu was like the dream thingy, right? Like where they're going into dreams or something. Maybe try to dodge. I could try. Could try, but I don't want to. Better be fine. Better be fine. I'm so hungry. My body is in such a weird state. Oh my god, I wonder if I'm actually a man. I think I must have hormonal issues, man. I need to... I don't know how doctors can do like hormone tests to like see if your body is in an imbalance, because vitamin wise I should be very like vitamin wise and everything I'm completely fine, so it must be something that I'm not getting checked on that is giving me some sort of issues, and I don't know if maybe I have some sort of hormone imbalance. Maybe I have too much fertility. Maybe I'm too breedable. Maybe I'm too... Probably gonna watch it. Increase price, please. No. I can't build a house. You can, it will just take longer. You aren't probably gonna watch it, but to put it in simpler terms, he hasn't been getting a sleep. I like how that's completely right, but no one will get it without having watched the show. Oh no. He hasn't been getting a sleep? No. Yeah, without context, it's just like, okay, so he's dying of lack of sleep. Poor guy. Let's stop this music. Let's start this music. Music is here. Go in here. That's my battle cry. play back, but I won't replay their scheme. I loved it opening, it's so good. Starting, I'm going to lurk. Go your lurk, go your lurk. I'm gonna start pretty much, yeah, I'm getting through these chapters today. 396 to 400. 400 is the last chapter of the day. I gotta share my screen. Right, I need to pull this. This was supposed to be like here. King! Just coming in here! Hello, it was how the random subject is taking place. Oh, it's okay, though. It's just no random subject, don't worry. Everything's fine, don't worry about it. Ah! I'm free, King! You're not catching me like that easy. We're just talking about a bunch of different stuff. Mr. Boy. Mr. Stepan. Boy. Living in dreams, at what point do you lose track of yourself? And what was real and what was a dream? Deep questions. That's essentially a thing. There was a... I don't know, was that a Pokeball? That was a Pokeball. It's something that the Twitch people can do with 1000 channel points, where they can throw a Pokeball at me, and then there's a 1 in 1000 chance that they might actually catch me. King also be a lurker. Roar! Sergeant coming over to YouTube just to scream at everybody. Don't make a mess, YouTube me. Yeah, okay, one guy throws the table over, the other guy puts it back down. Bro lost in the sauce to the point he accidentally learned English. Huh? I farmed those YouTube coins, oh well. Stepan, I can potentially set up all the different stuff that I have set up for YouTube recently. Like the Pokeball throw, the brick throw, the corn throw, the spraying me when I say something stupid. Like all these other things, I could potentially set them up on YouTube. But if I do them like with the same price as YouTube, that's gonna be different. That's gonna be a problem. If I make the bricks the same price, which is 50 Twitch points, first of all I need to look how much YouTube points you earn. But how many YouTube points do you have right now, Stepan? How many YouTube points do you have right now? 1 million. 1,062,926. Yeah, if the channel point thing were the same as on YouTube, as on Twitch, you guys would be able to throw so much. What tests? Oh, they're talking about tests in there. I'm giving you first word points on YouTube for 300. Which of course is way more than they gain on Twitch as well. If you're active per minute, you get 50 points, which is like way more than on Twitch as well. Like I would need to calculate it in that way. So in YouTube per minute, you get on Twitch per minute you gain how many points? On per 5 minutes on Twitch you gain 10 points, meaning that per minute on YouTube you would need to gain 2 points, so that would be the equal. But you're getting 50 times that per minute, meaning per 5 minutes on YouTube you gain 250, while on Twitch it's 10 points. So basically I need to multiply everything from the cost of Twitch for YouTube times 250. So while a cheese on Twitch costs 50, on YouTube it would mean it would cost you 12,500 points to throw 1 times of cheese. The numbers seem crazy, but that's like the equivalent. That's the equivalent. Your streams would just be a bunch of random events taking place, Limau. There would be, yeah, there would be. Bro, what the hell? There would be, especially because you guys have so many coins, because of like what I want to do with the coins, or like want. It's just like bunch of setup. that a bad thing? Yes, it would be. It would be a very bad thing if there would be like constant throwing stuff at me, constant opening cards. It would literally end in I cannot talk, I cannot stream, I cannot do anything. Came here because of the fanboy tag, and honestly, not disappointed. Hi there, Science? Well, welcome in. Yes, my name is Pyro Bunferno. I'm a fire bunny squirrel fanboy, and it's a pleasure to have you here. Let me strip a little for you. Oh no, that's my hands. Open my hair, that's the wrong one. Yeah, let me strip a little. Yeah. Today we're going to read a little bit of a webtoon that I've been trying to catch up to over the last 2 years. Going AFK for a bit. Okay, Sarge, have a good one. Stay safe. We'll think about you. And we've been reading for so long. We're already like over 300, like almost 400 chapters in. Today we'll reach the chapter 400 mark. It feels like yesterday we'll reach the chapter 300 mark. I'm just like, wowzers. I feel like I have a little bit stuck in my throat right now. If only I was someone able to get something out of my throat. Pyro brother, but will you do a thing when YouTube breaks cost like in Twitch for 1 day and at least 1 month? No, I won't. We call it a doctor. No, Tubaru. We call it my boyfriend or girlfriend. There won't be a thing where YouTube breaks cost the same. No. The YouTube bricks will be the equivalent towards the Twitch bricks. And if anything, I will make the Twitch stuff more expensive. Maybe instead of 50, I will increase all of them to 100. Maybe instead of 50, I will increase all of them to 100. It's like double the price, but it's like a tiny bit harder to gain. Just for every year. Just for ever, okay? Just forever. Need to drink something. One more glass of water before I start reading. We've been yapping for a good half hour. Insane things to hear first time here, but not surprised, lol. Isn't it normal for VTubers, and especially for fanboy VTubers? Aren't we all freaks? The thing is, what I always want to call myself a theoretical freak, because I have basically no experience for real. I have no experience in the business. I have no experience in the loving business. I'm what they call the ultimate virgin. Hey! Hey, Tubadu. Damn, inflation reaching your channel too, eh? Yeah, sometimes it's happen. Get the leeches. No, not the leeches! Where do you want to stick them? I'm only weak for robot women, nothing else. Ah, you're weak for robot women? Have you ever noticed that I have an automaton arm? My left arm, can you see it? I'm going to move up a tiny bit for you to see it. Can you see my arm more? Can you see my arm? Hi Jo-yoon, welcome in. Hope you're doing well despite experiencing, what do you call it again? The most realistic depiction of total despair. I hope you're still doing well. Can still see your face. So you don't like seeing faces, huh? You want to put the plastic back on it, but you think my arm is extremely attractive. I get it. Thanks for Akiba Ranger reference. That's an Akiba Ranger reference for you. Okay. Okay, we're working here. No, Pyro, I'm not doing fine at all. Then Pyro, my go-to love favorite. Will you even change the amount of bricks you need to build a house? No. Why would I change the amount of bricks you need to build a house? That's like the realistic amount in our world. That's like based on that. I can change the amount of bricks you need to build a house. Got the chapter's hearing. But not so innocent. I'm extremely innocent. I'm just like a theoretical freak, as I said. What?
Sparky! I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you. Just trust me.
I will get you. Trust me. I know where your fan blows. And I can replace it. I can replace it. At least I'm not running away like those filthy Pokemon in the Safari Zone. I am innocent. I'm a theoretical freak. I've not done any of these things that I talk about. I can be quite freaky, but would I be able to do them IRL? No, no. You know what would happen? I would turn into a blushy mess, and I would be totally freaking out. A ball or a car a day. You just can't fun around. Can't have fun everywhere. Sure. Bleh. Bleh. But if I were to try to be freaky IRL, I would totally fumble. I don't know how I would do it. I can do it on. I'm what they call a keyboard warrior. It's even worse that this chapter made me almost agree with a cult leader with a messiah complex leading people to doom. Oh no, you don't agree with a cult leader, only agree with Lewis. Don't agree with a cult leader, just agree with Lewis. See, no one wants to get arrested for harassment. And back here, and then I'll fly there. Okay, but we'll find. Night Pyro, is it that awful? It is that awful. And bad night, actually, I've considered taking a break from the visual now. Oh yeah, make sure to take care of yourself first. You gotta make sure that you are well enough to play through a game like that. If it's a very heavy game, you need to take your time, even if it takes a break. For 40 minutes, it just clicked. No, it took a bit. But sleep well, Yun. Dream well. I'll be there with you in a bit. I'll be dreaming with you, infiltrating your dreams through your nose hole. Okay, and so we're going to get into reading! Okay. The Kali Cold is okay? No. Wow, so this is what it looks like. It's almost complete. We've done all the tests that we can manage by ourselves. Now we need to see whether it works with a superior Ashura. The final test, if you like. I brought 4 Nastikas and 4 over 500 Akshasas. That should be enough, right? Yeah, but personally, 1 will be enough, Airavata. Yeah, what will you do for me if I help you? What do you want? Let's see. Wait, Agni, why are you looking at me like that? Objection! I don't want it to be Airavata. If Airavata lends us her aid, we can greatly simplify the testing process, Agni. But I don't like it. I'm the one who's being experimented on. Don't I get to decide? That's true, Agni. But don't you and Airavata make a good team? That's where I got the idea for this. When I saw you two using a fusion transcendental. The Pyrobun code. Now that is a good one. And why does this thing suddenly talk about fusion? I don't think we have ever heard anything about fusion in this story so far. And just 10 minutes ago we talked about fusion on stream, and suddenly this chapter is talking about fusion? This can't be real. This can't be real. They rewrote this chapter. They were listening in on my stream and rewrote the chapter. What are the chances of us randomly talking about fusion today, and then just a fusion transcendental appearing? There's a Pyro Bun called. We're here to watch the Pyro Bun, and I'm the Pyro Bun. I'm here to be bun 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 bun. Bun 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 bun. Fusion was not mentioned yet? I'm surprised if that is the case. Iravata's pretty... Oh yeah, she's cute. Fusion wasn't mentioned yet. I don't recall anything about Fusion. Like, there were things where, like, people took over the bodies of others, where people ate somebody else, but I don't think we ever heard anything about a Fusion Transcendental. Of course I could be mistaken, my memory isn't perfect. That was when we had to stop Gandava, and there was no one else with a wind attribute. So you like me more than Gandava? What is this freaking colon-free monster, man? I like anyone more than Gandava. Don't cling to me, it's gross. I did say this wasn't the right gathering for you. Now Fusion Dance, curious what it is. They're making that because of me? To use it as a defense against me? So they're building some sort of creature. That's true for Agni and Iravata. But that scientist, she wants to kill you, not just stop you. You know, right? Humans are reborn with memories of past lives stored in their souls. The memories awaken at their coming of age ceremony. So a friend from a past life might be your mother in this life. And a dead lover might be reborn as your child. When such lives are repeated, humans no longer make distinctions between loved ones and strangers. Even if someone dies on a faraway planet, humans react like a family member has died. Oh, interesting. You've seen Magic Fusion, Hoti Asa and Hoti Kubera, for example, though I don't remember if it was named Fusion. No, but that's like... Oh, is that what they meant with Fusion Transcendental? Like Fusion Spell? I was literally thinking that somehow Gandava... I was thinking that Agni and Iravata were literally going to fuse together into a new being. Not like make a fusion attack, like a combined attack. I was thinking it was like genuine like Fusion Transcendental, which somehow allows you to fuse two beings together to become stronger. Perhaps gods and Shuras will never be able to understand the human race. Do you understand them? To be honest, not entirely. I could die and be reborn like them. And if in that completely different new life I remember my present self, perhaps then I'll understand what it's like. Don't need to understand. There's something very wrong with that kind of existence. A race with no boundaries separating I from other will only become a horrible, monstrous mess. I understand where they're coming from, because like, something different here compared to like what it was with Brilith. They said that you remember your past life on a coming of age ceremony. Meanwhile for Brilith it was like, you need to unlock silent magic, you need to, and then with silent magic it's like this and that and this, and then you remember your past life. But there's just like, coming of age ceremony and you remember it. And I never even thought about this, because Brilith is like the only character from the ancient race that we know of right now. It's like, okay, but if everyone remembers all of their past lives, your mother could become your daughter, your lover could become your greatest enemy, your son could become your partner, and it's like it's all because it's in a next life or something, not the fusion spell of magicians. So it's like, I feel like a society like that would be such a mess. Like, everybody remembers everything, and they have, like, perfect memory for some reason about their memories, because I cannot even remember, like, what I did, like, a year ago on some dates, but for some reason they can remember everything perfectly. So, like, I guess the concept of incest for sure gets completely thrown out the window, because it's like, I guess, okay, so maybe the concept of incest per se doesn't get thrown away, because it's like, don't get together with your brother from this life. But you could technically get together with your sibling from another lifespan, because they are now not your sibling in this new life. Nagato Gandava, do you think there would be ancient humans hating each other? No, they said like oh, they would be like always said even if like somebody were to die. It's like this sentence here. So a friend from a past life might be your mother in this life, and a dead lover might be your dude. When such lives are repeated, humans no longer make a distinction between loved ones and strangers. Even if someone dies on a faraway planet, humans react like a family member has died, because it probably was a family member from some time ago. But it's like... there's no way they were a completely harmonious race. There's no way that they had like life, like world peace, because they basically all lived for so long that they at some point basically were like one big family. I just see like people becoming psychopaths. Come, horrible monstrous mess. When a small planet on the outskirts is destroyed, humans rage like it is the destruction of all of them and take revenge. When they die in the process, they are reborn with those memories and plan a more elaborate, brutal revenge. The war grows bigger, and the only way to break the vicious cycle is for humans or Shuras to disappear completely. Yeah, and hatred grows bigger and bigger. Like for Gandava, it's like Gandava destroyed one planet. Every human hates him for that, of course. But all of them remember it, get reborn, and want their revenge on Gandava. Gandava kills them again, the want for revenge gets even bigger. They let them stay. Well, I partly agree. A Rakshasa who has hurt one human becomes a target for execution among all humans in the universe. But Gandava, I think there must be a solution. We're the ones that hurt them first, after all. We apologize for the damage we did and promise to live peacefully. Isn't there hope? So they care about everyone. That's impossible. As long as there are Nastikas that don't care whether a war happens, what you say will never come to be. Perhaps that's true. One such Nastika is standing next to me, after all. In the end, the gods will side with the humans, don't you think? Look at Agni helping them. I don't know. Gods can just as easily become targets of human resentment. Agni is a special case. Most other gods have sided with the human race strategically because the gods are weaker than Nastikas. Gods are weaker than Nastikas? I thought gods were stronger. Like overall, I thought that gods were stronger. And it was just like that, like some Nastika are stronger than like the strongest or so. I thought. Now that is something. The moment the gods concluded the first human race would rule the universe, they abandoned the humans inside of the Shuras. When I joined their efforts, Agni was nowhere to be seen, and I never heard anything about that thing being used in the war. Did that experiment fail in the end? Why? What happened between this time and the extinction of the first human race that I don't know about? I'm curious, but it would be better to wake Chess and ask rather than waste time in here. Airavata, is this experiment really safe? They really are jerks. Yeah. Of course, the greatest scientist in the universe has worked on it for almost 1,000 years. Don't worry, go and wait over there. This is kind of tight. The subject is overweight. Oh, you! Don't move so much, Agni. Can this cope with the heat though? We've checked that it can handle even complete white assimilation. Looks like Nastikas are the strongest race, eh? But if they die, they don't resurrect like gods, so they're not completely OP. This is an area where we can't completely surefy. I know we have an alliance with the humans, but I'm kind of nervous. Aiding an experiment in a place like this, Airavata is so reckless. Would you better to side with Kinara? Nah, Kinara is weaker than me. Yeah, stronger is better if you have to choose. Wait, so Kinara was still alive, so Airavata is not the leader of the Kinara tribe, because if Kinara is alive, Kinara is the leader. Hey, stop, the chatter. The sun's over there. Cute little prince. You know you're dead if you blab about what you just heard, right? Is he still in the second stage? Wow, that's slow. No, he's in the third stage. What? When he looks like that? He's probably the smallest one out of the third stage Rakshasas, and he's weak too. Tch, he comes from such a good bloodline. Kinara was once as strong as a king should be, and the offsprings were strong too. It's just this last one that's weak. Seems like shores have limits too. What is that? Maybe more gods? I'm more supposed to be coming apart from Agni. I don't know, no one said. Damn it, what? Why here of all places? Oi, come here! You don't stay with us, we can't protect you! Airavata! And there's Gandhava picking up little chassis chess. The kid they called Little will be 193 centimeters or 6'4" tall in his 4th stage. The weapons was made to catch Gandhava, but he's never known about it. So from his perspective it must be very disturbing, yet still intriguing. Gandhava of the past used to make a face and hide whenever Menaka came around. You could say that the plants he destroyed were the ones where Menaka was too late to catch up with him. Airavata is an Astika who's almost always in a stronger female form. In this universe, one usually thinks of Kinara Shuras whenever one sees a superior Shura with horns. Dragons have horns too, but since they don't have Rakshasas or halves, being a Kinara is more likely. It's still weird why dragons are so unique compared to all of the other tribes. It's like... So, dragons can only get together with humans because they're so strong? I don't know what a mappa pudding is. Gandhava? What? I caught him. Why isn't the dream ending? Airavata, help me! No, I'm not trying to hurt you. How dare you appear here of all places, Gandhava? Couldn't get over your earlier defeat, is that it? It's just like you to take a Rakshasa hostage, you evil creature. Now I need to talk to the gods into joining your ambush. No, I have nothing to do with the attack. This one isn't a hostage. Really? But to prove your innocence, give him to me now. Can't, considering how I was regarded in this time. If I give Chess up now, I may never get a chance to go near him again. This is a dream, and what's important is waking Chess. I can't let go of him. And you say he isn't your hostage? I don't recall every single thing from JoJo. Like, I watched part 1, 2, 3, and 4. I read part 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, 7, and 8. But, I don't recall everything. There's a reason why dragons can have only a house, but I don't remember if it was mentioned yet. I think it was mentioned in a novel career right before season 2. Probably something novelly. Decide wisely, Gandhava. If you hurt the Rakshasa, I will kill you myself, whatever it takes. Do you know, Gandhava, what comes after white fire? Wait, Airavata, he's here to apologize and make peace. He wishes to stop his meaningless killing and live peacefully like the Kinaras. That's why he came with me. Isn't that right, Gandhava? What is this? That Menaka should only be an image from Chess's memory, but something strange about her. Is Menaka right? You're here for a peace treaty? It's from 8, but I don't know where. I don't remember. Your German has helped me. I can understand about 25%, so I'm able to tell if someone is speaking it now, so I got rated into a streamer that only spoke it. And then, and I was able to tell them the raid only knew English. So I'm able to tell if someone is speaking it now. So I got rated into a streamer that only spoke it and was able to tell them, yeah, what do you need my help with, Taco? Taco Dako? Taco my Paco? Taco my Buckle? Gandhava clan wishes to make an alliance with the humans like the Kinara tribe. Clan. A life based on enjoyment of the moment will only leave regrets. Guess you've grown up. That smile. Why does it feel familiar? I'm sure I don't remember her. Oh, wait! Is that a... Is that a Sagara thing? The smile and everything kind of reminded me of like a Sagara look, but I don't know, maybe I'm completely wrong. They also use Google Translate to tell them they only speak English. Like, I don't know, the easiest German word translation would just be like just meine Zuschauer, I'm going to write it for you. Meine Zuschauer sprechen nur Englisch. And you know we're speaking German because I hear you speak it. Soften word user. Oh, I don't remember that. I don't remember him saying that. Sprechen nur Englisch. Which would translate to my viewers speak only English. That would be the direct translation. Meine Zuschauer sprechen nur Englisch. My viewers speak only English. I think in English it would be right to say only speak, but if you directly translate it, my, Zuschauer, viewers, sprechen, speak, nur, only. Nur could be a lot of things. Nur is not necessarily only, but in this context, nur is only. And English, English. Eugenics. Guess you've grown now. That smile, wasn't it feel familiar? I'm sure I don't remember her. They're mostly 3rd Zen or 4th Zen gods. There might also be some 5th Zen god, but so far I've only seen Indra and Chandra. That's all they've brought along when they know we're here? Funny, isn't it? They never liked seeing the humans grow powerful, but I've never attacked point blank like this. What's up with them all of a sudden? They saw the future with insight. Perhaps a future in which humans have become the gods' equals. What's the problem with that? Gods are created beings themselves. What rights do they have? It isn't as if attacking this one planet will stop humans' advancement. Gandama's destroyed plenty of planets, but the human race is thriving, isn't it? This is only the beginning. The gods will soon ally themselves with many Shura clans, and then launch a universe-wide attack. Humans have their power of rebirth, but before the coming-of-age ceremony, they are young creatures who do not remember their past lives. If the race is exterminated within a short space of time, they will be helpless to defend themselves. You won't have heard about it because of your alliance with the humans, but the gods have already asked me to participate. It was actually later than this that the gods contacted me, but this is a dream. The details don't matter. A universe-wide attack? Are they planning to drive the humans to extinction? The primeval gods won't stand for that. The universe is young. The gods believe Brahma will recreate the human race. Humans are essential to the universe, so if they're destroyed, they'll have to be remade. The gods want a new human race, which is weaker and much more dependent. Huh? So the gods are just going to attack and see what happens? How irresponsible. This could be more serious than we think, Airavata. If your Shura clans decide to cooperate with the gods, it'll be okay. 1 or 2 clans at most, I'd say. With the fusion technology that will soon be ready, we have the advantage. No, it will be much more than 1 or 2 clans. It was only the Vridra clan that stayed out of it as a clan. Other than those who made the personal decision to opt out, most others participated. There were far more who wanted a subservient human race than an equal one, and as far as I know, even Kinara. How dare you bring so many of our clanmates all the way to this place, Airavata? And fusion technology, you say? You don't have the right to use the clan for the likes of that. I am the king of the Kinara clan. Don't forget that. Kinara? Here of the gods? As I thought, I remember Kinara joining their side even earlier than I did. Shes, come here, my son. Wait, so Shes is the son of Kinara and Airavata? Wowzers, that's a strong bloodline. Funny, after abandoning him for being weak, you want to play at being a parent now? After you took Shes away, my power weakened, and you grew stronger. My power must be leaking out through that boy. That is why you stole Shes away from me. You knew it would happen. What are you talking about? Has your mind weakened along with your body? Shes, I told you to come here. You're being disobedient. Have you lost it? What are you doing to the kid? If I hadn't stopped it, Shes would have died. Step back, Shes. What is this? Primeval God Brahma is correcting the errors of this fledgling universe. First was the dragons, now it is the Kinaras. The rule states that the king must be the strongest in the clan, and thus your name has been given to me. My name has... What? The weapon resembles God Kubera's spear. This is a dream, so I'll watch instead of intervening. If you had been weaker than me, we might have made good partners. Her name has been given to him? Does it just like mean that he is Kinara, or that he somehow inherited the name Airavata and Kinara? There are only male dragons. Yeah. I know that. There are only male dragons. And he said an era that needed fixed. Are you guys behind? So they made somehow a god allowed them to be able to procreate, to reproduce together with humans. You had been weaker than me, we might have made good partners. It was nice knowing you this short while, she who was Airavata. No! Hey, stay still, it's dangerous. Let me go! Airavata! No, don't do this! I haven't done anything yet. I did nothing to repay you. Don't go. Please don't go. You look so grown up, Shess. You won't need me to look after you anymore. Oh yeah, dragon emotions are weird. We know that. So Shess went to his next stage when he saw his mother die in front of him. You knew there were only male dragons? You know why there are no Vritra Rakshasas, right? Yeah, because they can only reproduce together with humans. Meaning that instead of a Rakshasa, there can only be a half. But for some reason, it's still like that a half can turn into dragon form. But I don't know if... I don't think quarters can turn into dragon form, because it seems like that that Kazakh's daughter, our good old little girlie, cannot turn into a dragon herself. But she's still, of course, like, quite strong, probably. I would argue that, like, dragon quarters are probably, like, the strongest quarters there are. Maybe. I'm sorry for leaving you behind. Is this going to be a thing where she has inherited the name Airavata for some reason as well? Because we're getting in a lot of loopy. Everyone is inheriting names, everyone is inheriting memories, everyone is the one and same being. And if at some point somebody would be there that inherited every single name that existed, they would be the one last god standing, the one last being, uniting the entire universe in just themselves. The Airavata from that time had a wind plus fire attribute. The Nastika standing in front is no longer alive, while the Nastika in the back with the single horn still is. When the ancient humans were massacred, the perpetrators didn't destroy their planets. They just went from city to city to kill them. To destroy the planet's deity would suffer the same fate. So they left the planet alone and killed only the humans. Kinara is still king of the Kinara clan. Obtaining the name doesn't mean you get the Shura form. The name isn't the only thing deciding for Shura form. It's a transcendental, halves might use one, quarter not. Let's go on. Ran wasn't supposed to have information on the soul. If everyone has changed like this, my information won't be of much use. The soul you speak of is Saha's, isn't it? It must be someone who died in the few years before Ran's children were born. And if you're taking action like this, it must be Saha. No, I don't think it's Saha. Would have entered paradise, I believe in that. Then, I'm merely doing this to take responsibility for having raised Asha. Whatever Asha tries to do, I will ruin it for her however I can. Lorraine. It is likely that Theo's original soul will be in one of Ran's children. Theo's original soul? Well, there are many possible candidates for the right soul. As such, there may be more than one target soul. And Lenny was born far earlier than Theo's death. Ran left the city with not only his children, but Lenny as well. It means Lenny was included in those Ran felt he needed to protect at least. But then isn't it dangerous that God Chandra has taken Lenny? Perhaps we should stop him. If I was going to stop him, I'd have done so already. God Agni, do you know who Lenny is? I don't. I'm reminded of someone, but I don't know who it is. You sure you can handle me, Agni? If you die during the experiment, we'll have to wait until you're resurrected. What happens if your betrothed dies of old age before then? She's even pregnant, isn't she? He'll hate you for dying on her. Don't underestimate me. Your fire isn't enough to kill me. Well, no. I'm just worried even if you don't die, if you're swallowed up in my fire, you're fire itself. So you might take on some of my qualities. If you become nice and friendly like me, it might cause a problem with your betrothal. But I suppose a nice Agni would be better than a nasty Agni. If you're going to control that power. I'm not going to take after you. And who are you calling nasty or little? Stop squabbling, you two. Why does this happen every time you see each other? Airavata, you've done everything you need to do for the experiment. You can wait lights out now. Okay, Agni, see you after the experiment. Why are you looking at her like that, Agni? I don't know. For some reason, she looks like she's about to disappear. So Agni remembers Airavata, but cannot remember that the soul of Airavata is now in Lenny? And the destruction of Lenny, is that why Shes decided to take care more of Lenny, because he realized that that was like his mother's soul? And I wonder if that would change Chandra's opinion. Because Chandra is all like, Lenny is not worth anything, Shes is worth much more. But would Lenny be worth more if he knew that that was Airavata's soul? And Lenny is a half. So that begs the question, how's like a half inherited the name of a Nastika? Or like the soul of a Nastika? Is that even possible? I guess it's possible, but that would mean that, like, it's weird because humans, like the ancient human race, has memories from all over their lives. But if there is somehow an Nastika or Shura soul that somehow got reincarnated into a, like, partly human body, then the Nastikas would also become part of the human circle. So that at some point, all of the Nastika, all of the Shura could be dead, but all of their souls could reincarnate into humans. I don't know. A Nastika with 2 names. Congratulations! You're now far from the weakest king. Now it's time for you to keep your promise and aid us. Is that a younger Chandra? Yes, today I end the alliance between the humans and the Kinara clan. We'll fight with the gods until the current human race is exterminated. I didn't realize it, or it's unclear, he just feels a connection. So this is what happened. Brahma saw the first Airavata as an error and removed her. Airavata doesn't disappear from my memories. Chess probably doesn't remember this either. This incident is engraved on his soul and appears only in his dreams. He does not know how he has been hurt, and that prevents him from developing to the 5th stage. It's very confusing right now, but you'll understand everything in time. Is that it? The thing Agni was waking with the humans? Is everyone ready to die? Yeah, ready to burn to death! If Agni's betrothed dies here, there'll be a weakness of his that we can exploit. Gandhava, don't stand there watching. Get away. Everything here is going to evaporate soon. If you can't resurrect yourself, at least know when to flee. He's right, Gandhava. Let's get away. If even Primeval God Brahma is on their side, then... No, I can't leave Shes. I'm Airavata now. Stop crying and follow me. No, I don't want to. Shouldn't. Weird though. You can get in to revive people. Did you not hear him? He said no. Gandhava, you were stronger than me once. But that is true no longer. I have 2 names now. The name of a king and the name of one stronger than the king. You think it will be possible to live with 2 names? Of course, that's what I'm doing right now. That's how I can take on the Airavata form and use her weapon. I know someone who tried to have 2 names, and ended up shattering his name. It happened in the distant future. Do not be greedy, throw away that name. Who tried to have 2 names? Was that the Kubera? So Kubera tried to have both the name Kubera and Ananta and then shattered? Is that what Gandhava means? Don't be ridiculous. If it were impossible to have 2 names, Primeval God Brahma would never have given me this item. From up close, it looks even more like God Kubera's spear, apart from the color. Yes, it's because of you, Shes. Before you were born, everything was normal. I was powerful and on good terms with my second in command. But you ruined everything. You have to take responsibility. What is this blue fire? Did it really happen? Or is Chess imagining it in his dream? Judging from what the god said, it is possible that it really happened. I'll block it for now. If Chess is hurt, it'll be even harder to wake him. What? Even my regeneration can't handle this fire. This is dangerous. I need to get out, even if I can't take Chess with me. But then the medium will die, and Chess will fall into an even deeper dream. Blue fire has turned red? This is... Airavata? No, is it Kinara who is Airavata's name? Hey, don't get too close. Airavata is gone now. So Kinara changed forms. That's not... My mother would never do that. She only took on that form to do one thing. To torment me. So the one standing in front of that fire is not an Azteca with another name. Even without the power of her name. After wandering for an eternity of time. She who will finally lift this nightmare away. The one person who will save me. What is that coming out of his bag? Is that like his Shora form slowly going back into him? I thought for some reason that there were like rocks that completely shot through Lenny and him, and Lenny was like dying in his arms here right now. But I think that's part of his body. I think that's part like of his Shora form slowly reverting. I'm not sure entirely. I thought that too. We needed to defend against him. After this, it's back to coloring. Airavata made a reference to blue fire in the previous episode. Do you know, Gandharva, what comes after white fire? Question raised in the episode. Did God Kubera attempt to steal Ananta's name in his manner using a spear? If so, and if God Kubera's name the one that shattered, is this the reason humans named Kubera, including Asha, could gain power? By collecting pieces of his name? Airavata's description of Agni, nasty, is exaggerated. Even though Agni knew how to make a fuss at the time, he wasn't straight up nasty. It's hinted Agni may assume Airavata's blue fire and friendly persona in 3.113. In 3.105, Agni said he used power elsewhere to drain Brilli's vigor. In 3.106, Chandra saw blue fire in the sky from Wintello before going to Misty Shore to yell at Agni for being an idiot for using his powers to drain vigor. Got 2 more chapters for today. 2 more chapters. I'm so glad you're awake, Chess. That medium. How is she unharmed? Normally if mediums survive, they go mad or become crippled for life. See? Everyone's fine. I told you I had everything under control. Or is Chandra saying that? Because Chandra knew that Lenny actually has like the soul of like Airavata inherited or something. So he was like, she's not going to die. Or like, I think he did say like it doesn't matter if she were to die. But like, maybe he also said that like because he was like sure that she wouldn't die anyways. I don't know. You saw Lenny's future. You knew it would succeed. No, to be accurate, I saw the past in which a future was foreseen. But Chess remains unchanged. So I guess that prediction hasn't come true. So in the future that he has seen, technically Chess should have evolved into his next stage, maybe. It's like when Chess is here and gets rescued by Lenny, maybe that's like the trigger for him to go into stage 5. Or like in the future that he foresaw here. In the past where the future was foresawn. He has a warmer heart than his siblings, but he wouldn't normally bring a half all the way to the shore realm. I guess he's drawn to you, even without knowing anything. Interesting. I suppose this means that you are indeed the key. Are you not so curious why I'm protecting you despite opposition from the other Nastikas? Also, what's that spear? It seems to be the same spear that Kubera used in the fight where Liv was there, where Liz was there, where Asha was there, where they were standing in the circle with the Ananta people. Because Chess doesn't want me to die? No, it has nothing to do with that. I have countless children. Why should I care about the hopes of one? Even if I was to kill you now, Chess would never defy me. What? She seemed nice in front of the other Shuras. Now she's completely different. I'm scared. Chess is a Rakshasa was born near the beginning of the universe, but he has still not found the key to his 5th stage development. He has tried every known method, but to no avail. Now we have one remaining clue, the key that made his 4th stage development possible. It is rare, but sometimes the key for one stage remains the key for the next stage. Lenny, was it not? A pitiful half who was almost killed by humans in the chaos of the cataclysm, but who was rescued and hidden here in the shore realm. My son is thus your savior. You must repay his kindness. Do not forget this. When Chess is in danger, you must give up your life to save him and allow him to develop to the 5th stage. Are actually alive good Shura parents? Nah, I think all Shuras are jerks. That word is, by the way, pure garbage, Ultanium. In my opinion, that word is complete garbage and is completely stupid to say. We had a perfectly fine word for saying it. We were completely fine calling people posers. Poser is the perfect word, because calling people live-action role players, yeah, that's the thing that people do. Like, people are actually live-action role-playing. But, like, that's not what people are necessarily doing when they're faking being interested in something. They're just posers. Gandava was a nice dad to Shakuntala. I guess, yeah, Gandava seemed alright. But Gandava is a messed up person. He was a decent parent, but it's also like, as far, like, where do you extend the word parent? Like, being a parent is not just about raising your child. Being a parent is about much more, right? If I had died today, would Chess have been able to develop? But I don't want to die. I would gladly die to save Chess' life, but dying for his development? Parting from him for a reason like that? Sorry. Something in my dream scared you? No, I saw something, but I don't know. I don't really remember now. But I wasn't scared. It was someone I miss, I think. I see. You remember what was in your dream? Yes, up until now, I only felt a vague sadness and longing when I woke up. But this time, I remember everything. Really? What if it was a scary dream? Maybe it's better to forget. I'm not scared anymore. Now I know you're here with me. Chess? Were you speaking to me? You have to write it. Is he a little embarrassed to say his dream scares him? It's messed up, pressuring a child to die for your son. Well, he's pressuring his late wife's reincarnation to die a second time for their son. And Chess is now looking at her like that's his mother. That's not only the child that he's taking care of, but it's also his mother. Now that you've sorted out the emergency, next I have to deal with you two. Are you going to leave that shore as he is? You mean Gandava? Yeah. And God Agnes agreed? What if he has? You spent 7 years in the Shore Realm, you must know about Gandava. His abilities are as great as his past is dark, so you have just seen he can be of help to us. But he has slaughtered countless humans, he is bad as the Tarakas. Who are you to judge useless human? From when you returned from the Shore Realm up until the end of the Contra mission, all you have done is poke around. You have done nothing of worth and gathered no useful information. Anyone can go around glaring and complaining as you have. Gandava has woken Chess, at least. What have you done? God Chandra, that's not fair. The whole reason Chess lost consciousness was because of Gandava. Even if he did wake him up, wasn't it just cleaning up his own mess? Yeah, Kinaravata being called him by you, Lenore, but I get it. I mean, Kinara was a man. Airavata was a woman. I know they can all change their gender however they want them to be. Technically, we should call them all they. And we have seen that Kinara turned into like the female form at some point. But I've seen more Kinara in this flashback that was male Kinara. Shut up, you're no better. I told you to be cautious of the Eye of Perishment and used it without even thinking. What do you mean without thinking? I had no choice in that situation. I already explained everything. Strange things happened on Concha, but everyone tried their best. There's no reason for you to miss us like that. You're so great, why didn't you go to Concha yourself, short guy? First you don't even let me send a letter to Rana, and now this, what a tyrant. Never let me say anything. Let's say what you say is true. What about Lise? Can you explain what happened to Lise when you got separated? You said she was dragged into the earth while fighting a strong Tara clan Shura that even Utah couldn't defeat. And after that, you even lost consciousness because of a psychological transcendental. What if Lise was also hit by a psychological transcendent and made into a puppet? Or what if she was already recruited by Kali during the 7 years she spent among the Tarakas? That's not possible. Lise isn't? Yeah, but current Kinara has only been seen as a female. Do you not accept change? Well, we're talking about flashback Kinara. It's a feeble kind of trust. Unless you want to be held responsible for everything, you say, don't defend her. And to be honest, like, Shuras can change their gender however they want to be. So, like, in all contextuality, we should even call them they. Responsible for everything you say, don't defend her. If you really wish to protect your family, that is. Sorry, Lise. It's okay, Ron. Thanks for taking my side this much at least. If you're truly innocent, you won't try to escape. Lena, lock her in a prison of silence. Can we really trust the half to take us there? We don't have any other leads. Iran and Claude are interesting too. Usually Claude's playing his jerky up. He lets get run away with a lot. I mean, Claude is also a very different character at this point, right? Because of his like oracle gun, he's somehow is like slightly different person. I dislike Chandra so much. Same. I don't like Chandra. Any other leads? Miss Irene knows the half, so this is worth checking out at least. Miss Theo? Good gods, Miss Theo, what are you doing here? Do you know how long we've... Isn't it the weapon you have lost 7 years? Yes, I finally found it. And now I remember who caused my death back then. Why should anyone trust you, Chandra? Why should anyone trust you, Chandra? Chests that say something when they held each other, but was replaced with ellipses, because Lenny couldn't hear him. It's not a mistake that Lisa's shoes weren't drawn. Iravata number 2 and Lenny are in an unusual landscape for the Shore Realm, right? The flashback seems to be both of Lenny's current recollection and what Chandra saw using insight on her. After my second comment, or first reply to my only comment on my previous episode with another note and piece to it afterward. Okay, I have seen that. I think Chandra is not fun. He's just a jerk. Chandra is just a jerk. He's just a jerk. He's not even... I don't like him in the slightest. Me, personally, I would push Chandra down the stairs. I'm saying it. I don't care. I would push Chandra down the stairs. I would use Hotiyama on him. Yeah, I would. Last chapter for the day. We're already at the last chapter of the day. I'm glad we couldn't find Priest Sierra, but at least we found Miss Theo. You know, something keeps bothering me. That half hasn't said a single word. Huh? There are halves that can't speak. They may have Shura parts instead of vocal cords, for example. You've seen cases like that at the Fighter Guild. Don't be so suspicious, Clary. This half helped me. Sierra's out of his mind. Sierra, out of his mind, was dragging me off when this one rescued me. Do you really want to grill him like this? No, I was just... That was quite fun at times, and he is right quite a few times. That's why I don't straight up hate him, just really dislike him. Nah, I think he's wrong in everything he says. I think he's just seeing everything in like his god lens because he feels he's superior to everyone. Okay, if you say so, Theo. It's strange. She recovered her memories using the method I told her. She would have lost her memories from the last 7 years. She doesn't look at all like she has. She's not confused or flustered at all. This cell nullifies magic spells. You know about it? Yes, Asher was confined in a prison like this 7 years ago. It nullifies magic only, which means a fighter using transcendentals could escape. But if I do, it will merely confirm the suspicion about me. I've done nothing wrong, priestess. I'm not going to run away. That God knows you've done nothing wrong. What he said in front of Ran was only intended to silence him. If you think about it, the God's reasoning is flawed. He truly has suspicions about your time in the Shore Realm. Why would he send you to Concha? And why shut you in a prison you could so easily escape? His suspicions are merely a pretext to detain you. He knows what you're like, and he's manipulating you. He shut you in a useless prison like this because he knows you won't attempt to escape. If Asha or the Ananta clan try to find and kill another Kubera, that god will use you as a human shield to protect me, his summoner. He knows that if you are asked to prove your innocence with your death, you will comply. That can't be true. The god wouldn't. He would gladly kill a half to allow a Rakshasa to develop. He's disappointed that she didn't die, and he tells me that openly without seeing anything wrong with it. For that god, all living creatures except himself are merely tools for his purpose. He has no consideration for humanity, and no humanity. Yeah, he doesn't. He's an ass. He's truly just thinking, yeah, this is the best for everything. Yeah, he's wrong to hate Lise, but he might try to protect Layla. He's only protecting Layla for his own sake. He's not protecting Layla, he's protecting himself. And by protecting himself, he needs to protect Layla. But he doesn't per se care about Layla. Do you know that the priest of Rinhello summoned a god during the cataclysm and died for her efforts? I've heard of it. The god could have protected Rinhello without killing the summoner, but he used too much power, burning up all of the summoner's remaining lifespan. And in front of her dead body he said, if I had known how the summoning system works now, I have asked the Temple of Death to check her remaining lifespan. Weak, short-lived. What a good-for-nothing summoner. You should have summoned me in the first place. Then this would have not happened. You're a perfect summoner, competent, and with a long remaining lifespan. When churls were besieging the city, you should have been the one to summon me. Why do you stand there helpless with while your teacher died? Don't screw up that pretty face. You'll end up calling me soon enough. Whether for your own survival or for your sense of responsibility for the city, you can't do without me. Hi there, Shika. Did she, didn't care about her mentor. Hi there, Shika. Hi there. Just say the spell and I'll be here to look after you. I wanted you to die like your incompetent teacher. You can't even be in this realm without a summoner. And he's always so arrogant, so overbearing. Do you know why? It's because we have no choice but to rely on the power of the gods. Power enables authority. Yes, if you resent someone, you must grow powerful enough not to need him. As long as we are in need of his power, we will always be in this servile position. Soon enough, you will be dead, and the universe will be destroyed. Would it not be a meaningful end to your life to stand atop the world and take vengeance for your suffering? Do you find this funny? No, you're alright. I don't want to admit it, but that's what this world is like. But I thought that even in such a world, there's a line you must not cross. So when someone offered me a chance, I refused without hesitating. And now I wonder just a little if I made the wrong decision. I guess I must be human after all. What else could you be? You and I, we have become embroiled in all of this due to our true name Kubera. But fundamentally, we are human. We have lived mere decades. Note nothing but a moment to the gods. I don't know what you experience, but even during our short lives, we can make mistakes and regret our decisions. Because we're human, we can feel remorse and try to be better. Isn't this the first time that Layla is saying her name is Kubera towards Elise? Doing a shadow step? Perchance? He's often right and he does help, and I like his and Layla's dynamic. Their dynamic being that they hate each other, and Chandra only keeps her alive because he needs to stay in the world. That's what it means to be human. We can fix in a few days what they can't in tens of thousands of years. So, don't stop to blame yourself, and move on. That's how I've withstood things for so long, being besides that god. Probably, maybe Lise knew. I don't know, to be honest. I'll get going now. I said I would be here until midnight. The god will arrive then. Princess Layla. Thank you. We're the only two Kuberas now. Let's survive until the end, so that we won't be mocked by the likes of that god. Brill, help us with our homework again tomorrow. We usually hate doing homework, but time really flies when you help us, Brill. Aren't you guys being rude? How can you call the priestess Brill? She's not your sister. Be respectful to Priestess Brilliff. Are you jealous, Ansyrov? Doing homework with you is no fun. Yep, it's no fun at all, lol. Oh my god, these brats. Did she cut her hair? I feel like she looks different. She almost looks like Utah here. Towards Lise, but it was mentioned before. Lise, Chandra really cares about her enough to be protective. Well, he can be a jerk, he's Sundara. Oh no, Maro, I know that it was mentioned before that she's a Kubera. I know for sure that she's a Kubera. I'm just like, I don't know who knows that she's a Kubera. I know Chandra knows. I know that probably Irie knows. Claude knows. And now Lise knows. Maybe Agni knows. But I don't know. I don't know how far spread is. And Joji, why did you steal my ear? You cut your hair. Why did you make me green screen my ears out into the kitchen just to eat some sugar? Sugar. After events, a lot likely. I had some sugar before stream. Truly, sibling. See, you've become close. I suppose they've gotten over seeing you attack Ran. It's all thanks to how you explained it to them. Still don't remember why you attacked Ran. The general said Ran did nothing to provoke the attack. No, I'm sorry, but I remember nothing. Heya Ban San. Hiya Joji Mi. Joji Mil. When I woke up, I was at a temple in Misty Shore, and people tell me I did all these things that I can't believe. Why not sleep for a while? Whether to recover your memories or to replenish your vigor. Resting will be of more help to go to Agni than worrying like this. This almost feels like she's being baited into this. I don't know why, but I wasn't suspicious of, like, I think her name was Eline? I wasn't suspicious of her or anything, but somehow this exchange of, like, why not sleep for a while? And then, like, the way you see the mouth where it's like, resting will be of more help to go to Agni than boring like this. I know it's, like, a realistic thing to say. I think it's, like, it is a realistic thing to say, but it is, it also feels slightly suspicious. Very much does. 140 streak from Shika of the Link! Yippee! 140 streak! I wonder if I will ever be able to break it. I wonder what the biggest Twitch streak is that somebody has. Do you guys think Twitch streaks go into the 4 digits? Or there's no way to cap out at like 999. Like, it must continue to count up. Why? She's quite a famous magician, but she runs Aunt. And it's because it's realistic, that's how it works. Briv went to sleep a lot in season 1 and 2 to help out Agni. Summer needs a lot of vigor. I know it's realistic, I know it makes sense, but you cannot tell me that somehow this doesn't look suspicious to you. I don't think that's capped on them. We'll only see in about 2 years, 3 years. And then suddenly you see her here. Some sort of liquid type, quick acting, warning, read directions before consumption. It's difficult falling asleep in the middle of the day, isn't it? Don't take a sleeping aid though. Your condition is already unstable. If you take this, you might not be able to wake up again. It's like 2.5 years of streams. It's like over 3 years, Shika. If you want to reach 1,000 stream streak, you would need to have like 2.5? Would be way more than 2.5, right? How many days is 2 years? 730. Calendar year 2.5. You would need... When would it be? It's between... It's like 2.7... 2.74? No, it's 2.74. 2 3/4. Who can you trust in Kubera? She's good at making things look suspicious. Anyone could. 2.74 years. 2.74 years is about 1,000 days. I was only looking at it. I wasn't going to take it. Are you cold? Not at all. I may be weak, but I'd hardly get cold in Misty Shore. Oh, look at him going all smoochy smoochy. I don't know how current Brilliff is going to handle this. Suspicious of her sudden amnesia. I don't think she's suspicious of her current of the amnesia. I don't know. You could have done 1000 divided by 3065, right? And do you think I could have done that in my head? Do you think I could have done that in my head? You haven't lost your memories, have you? What a cliffhanger! In what way? Because like Brilliff would have gotten extremely embarrassed about this. Brilliff would have gotten extremely embarrassed about this situation and probably would have like blushed and yelled and whatever, but she's not blushing here. She's almost casual about it. No, Shika. No, Shika. No, Shika. Look at these eyelashes. Magnificent. Hiro, I freaked out. What did you do, Knight? Is it because you're still awake this late, or what did you mess up? Be careful. Be careful. Hasn't lost her memory? Is she just acting? But why would she be acting? At the end of the cataclysm, Layla was 40, appearance 20. Layla's teacher was a woman and there was a larger age gap between them. Layla loved her teacher very much, just not romantically, of course, but it needs to be said nowadays, I guess. Anne had the same eye marking as her father Ran and her uncle Lutz. The twins do not have the markings. So she probably inherited more of the Shura side or something. I did not know that the thing under the eyes was a Shura mark similar to Theo's. I always thought it was eyelash or something. Lonely Night Xenon. Oh, I mistook you for someone! Haha. I mistook you for King! Because I was like, Knight, King. I saw like the... What is Knight or King's name again? If I scroll up, I must see King earlier here today, right? King that was forgotten and the Lonely Knight. I completely... King was forgotten and Lonely Knight. I messed up. I mistook you for the other person. And do you mean you freaked out because you changed your name? Interesting cliffhanger. Why would she be faking that she forgot? So would they suspect in Anne? Irawata was Lenny. Well, they're saying that Marukat, the souls they're suspecting are Irawata, Theo, and Saha. These are the three souls that they mentioned by name. Anyone else that has died, like, if Irawata's soul could be around, what if, Ring of Trust, I guess? I forgot the name that shows up must be the same. Ah. I mean, not everyone has the same Twitch username as, like, the name for the VTuber. Be, like, in the character. You know, Ran and Lutz had eye markings, like Theo has. I'll now have to take every very close look to Ran's eyes. Is Ran appearing in this chapter today? No. Let's go... I go 1 forward to bookmark. There. And then we go back 2 to see if we can look at Ran. Because he was in this chapter. I mean, it's barely any markings. Like, here you don't even see them because of the style he's drawn. And I guess they mean like this small thing here. Do you see it? Like the... Lemon. Like this line here, I guess? Guess they mean just this small line is a Shura marking or something. Because with his daughter, it's way more obvious that she has some sort of line on her face. And with Theo, there's of course like the red markings, which I just thought were makeup, but apparently they're Shura markings. I always thought it was just makeup for Theo, but it seems that the red lines are Shura markings. And the daughter, the dark lines under the eye must also be the Shura markings then, I don't know. And it's so much more obvious on Theo, because hers are red. Yeah, because it kind of is... If they gave Run, for example, like, lighter eyelashes, then you would think like, okay, why are the top eyelashes light and the bottom eyelashes black? But first of all, who has bottom eyelashes? Who has hair down here? Nobody has hair down here. But it could also just be like the way something is drawn, of course. It could be like a rough drawing style. Because like, as you can see, these guys don't have like eyelashes there. Well, she has like her eyes are like drawn on the bottom. There's this as well, which isn't there for the boys. I don't know. But yeah, I wonder why she's trying to keep it a secret that she is maybe still the awakened Brilith. Is it to... What is she trying to hide herself from? I find something new about Kubera every day, Lamau. Every single day. Season 3 is her most detailed style so far. It's intentional of. Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's not intentional. I'm just saying like it's something that you could easily overlook and it could just be like an art style thing. But let me go back here. We're just going back here. Oh god, my stomach. So, what was your opinion about this chapter stuff? I think it was a pretty good chapter. We're not done yet. I think next week we will be done. Let's go play games with Darby. Don't play games with Darby. Don't bet your soul. It's never a good decision. What? What the? Huh? Why did this just appear behind me? What do you think about today's Kubera? Still as confused as last week? I mean, I think we got answers. I think we got quite a few different answers, but we still got our questions in the world. The dreaded immersion break screen. My green screen is broken, Lewis. This is something from Discord. This is like the... This has nothing to do with like VTubing. This is like from Discord for Foogies and stuff. I have no idea. Why does randomly my Foogie stuff from Discord appear? I'm not in any voice chat. It's more questions. I think like I talked quite a bit during the chapters. Like what is going on with the Brilith situation? What Pyro is an automaton? My arm is just like automaton robot arm because I lost my left arm in an accident. But we saw like the scene how Chess went to 4th stage. We saw how that Kinara is bearing two names that are Kinara and Airavata, we also somehow know that the soul of Airavata is supposed to have gotten into the half that is Lenny now, which is kind of weird because I did not expect it was possible. Like, I just didn't think that somehow a Shura soul, especially a Nastika soul, could just appear back in a half person. Because that means that the half could then also, like the soul could be part of the ancient human race. And it's just confusing. Chandra stays to be an ass. We still need to get answers on the Concha situation and the Maruna situation. And what is going to destroy this world. And is Maruna, like, as a 5th stage, is Maruna currently in the sky and in the space for protection of Willarth? Or is Maruna the threat that is going to destroy Willarth? Theo is also acting a bit suspicious here, with which Irie commented on, that Irie is like, if she had used the method that I said to regain her memory, then she would be quite confused because of the lack of memories from the last 7 years. But she doesn't look that confused, but somehow she says she remembers stuff from that time frame. So, what's going on with the Theo situation? And, of course, what are the snakes planning over there? What are the snakes planning? That's always the biggest question. What are the snakes planning? Lenny has no memories, though. She should remember if she were. I mean, no, not necessarily. She hasn't reached her ceremony of age yet. She hasn't reached XYZ point that she needs to remember stuff from her past lives. She has the soul, but she doesn't remember everything. The same way that Brilith didn't have the memories before she awakened the memories with the silent magic stuff and everything. Lenny just hasn't awakened memories yet. The snakes be snaking. The snakes be snaking for real. We don't know what they're up to. Sagara is still hanging out with the Ananta, with the Taraka, and that situation is happening very close to our entire chess situation. So, are we entering a huge fight there very, very soon, or is this still going to lead up to something because chess is now awake? What is their plan here now? Did they already gain something out of the situation with chess? Like, what did they truly plan to keep chess raging forever, or was this like all part of the plan that Lenny would be there and Gandava would weaken himself by doing the dream diving thing? And what is their plan here? Because now that chess is awake, what is their next step? Are they going to just retreat because chess didn't stay awake? Right? Yeah, when we're done. Yeah, when we're done. There's many things that we're like, what is happening? I made a pretty good summary of these episodes. I don't know if there's anything I could even ask you. You want to rate a plural person? What's a plural person? I mean, yeah. There's a lot happening. Next week, as we talked about, is the final part of this the disorder thing, like with the brain and stuff. I mean, I don't know. Is that what you call Namiko now? I want people to raid. I don't even, like, I don't plan to raid yet. We're just yapping at the moment. Stay with us forever and ever and ever. And then I will breed you. Slowly but surely breed all of you. Oh, Pocket is playing Valkyria Chronicles 4.
I don't want spoilers. Hold on. We're gonna watch that again. I'm trying. Sorry.
Could raid into Pocket as well. I haven't raided into Pocket in a while. Valkyria Chronicles is a game that I was also thinking about playing at some point, but I never got to it. It's crazy to me how Pocket is still such a small streamer. Pocket deserves better. Pocket is such a cutie. Pocket deserves way better, especially, like, not even, like, of course I was like, I want to say, like, especially because now she has such a better model. She never had a bad model, but her model is, like, so cute. And I know that so many people would love her. She's such an adorable person, such a comfy person. Crippling loneliness that's eating at my penis? That's the missing word, right? Maybe we see the scene from Beliv at me. Maybe we see the scene from Beliv and that's why she looked suspicious at Lane. Maybe. Maybe. Bonk, bonk. Stop bonking me, Marokato! Marokato! Oh, Nova is also live. I was thinking about raiding into Nova at some point, but we never managed to hit her because the one time she overslept and we couldn't raid into her. So Nova could be a potential good streaming target today. Sorry, Pocket. Maybe some other time. I'm not raiding anyone who's Russian. I'm probably going to, after, like, one stream is over, I'm probably going to raid into Nova Lux. But we're still yapping a bit. I think we finished Kubera talk for a wait, because it's like, we went through stuff. Break. From something I heard you say that in the last stream in the VOD. Do you still think Ran and Maruna could have taken the Water Challenge to Willarth? I mean, I don't necessarily... Like, the main issue, of course, is timeline. I'm going to bring you over to my my little whiteboard. Do I have a whiteboard? Where is it? Whiteboard. I'm going to bring you over into my whiteboard again. Okay, guys, ignore my Pokemon region. Let's look at whiteboard. So if we look at line. Need to zoom in. Why is it white? Should be make it black. Okay. So if we have line A, line B, and we probably need a line C. Killed it too well last time Germany did that. Oh man. Red board, lovely. I can make the filter go away and I can also move myself over to this side again. So if we have these lines here, where we have OG, this is just going to be 1, and we probably will need a third one at some point, just for me to make sense of this. I cannot read this, your Russian, Austrian run seemed off. So, we know in OG, they basically, I'm going to visualize it with that, in OG time, they went to Concha, where it's like, they went to Concha, and it's like, let's say, they went to Concha here. This is where they went to Concha. And then they spent time in Concha, where it's like the time from Concha stretches for like however long they were there. So they were like in Concha for a while. But then from there, when Lise was here in Concha, where they were in Concha for like quite some time already, and somehow she went back to where they just left. So the people still went to Concha. The going to Concha, of course, is still happening. But she was like, technically the people are in Concha, and Lise back. I don't care how bad it looks right now. So a few months have passed. So Lise was back here. And then Lise was back in this timeline for like some time. Like, it wasn't a long time where she was back, but she was like there for multiple days before more time. I'll just draw this until the end for prosperity's sake. where somewhere later in the timeline, Run and Maruna went through the timeline back rooms and arrived back in time, and some of them were able to go back together, and they arrived somewhere where Lise was already back, but like still like super early. So let's say this is the spot of time where they like were like, okay, this is like, or let's say okay, at the point of time where Lise went back, instead of waiting until the time travel was possible again, they instantly decided to I'm not going to rate anyone Russian. I don't know anyone Russian, and I wouldn't be able to talk with anyone Russian. If they decided to instantly go back for the water tunnels, it would have taken them, of course, some time to like go back. It would have been like, okay, it needs some time to go back. But if we need like the equivalent, it would be like, okay, let's say they would have been back down here, which of course, technically, they like, of course they would have come back, but it would have been later than doing the time travel. But the interesting side thing for the time travel, again, if we add this blue timeline here, the water channels only go through space though. I'm not saying that they time traveled. I'm not saying that they time traveled with the water channels. I'm just saying, okay, if they went through the water channels here, they would have been back around here. They would have been back to, and Lise was back here, so Lise would have gone through all of this time, and they would have only arrived here, compared to coming back already back here through the time travel. But the fun thing is, they didn't just like do this straight line of a time travel here, because Lise did this straight line time travel back. I'm Batman. I don't know. Lise did the straight line time travel, but these two didn't do the straight line time travel. Kubering the era. Kubing the era. These two didn't do a direct time travel back. These two actually went through a whole bunch of stupidity. Like if Lise's time travel took like this long, whatever, like an instant time travel back, like this is supposed to be like instant go over there. For Run, it was basically like, okay, he started time traveling around here, and from here, his time travel was like not a direct thing, but like, oh yeah, he was in some sort of time tunnel, and he went there, and then he went there, but then he went here, and he was like, oh, I'm almost there, but no, he went back here, and then somehow he crossed there, and he went there, and then he went there, and he went there, and then he arrived. That was Run's path. And Maruna's as well. Instead of SpongeBob meme. But that's basically what they did. Because Lise was like, swoop, time travel done, you're back. But for Run, it was like that he somehow spent Run and Maruna spent a long time in some sort of time backroom situation. That's what they told us. We're not talking about this or this, we're talking about this! I see what you're saying. Well, you'll understand more how time travel works later. Episode 110 would have explained a bit, but hearing it first time is super hard to understand. Because, that's the only thing I know. Like, Run's statement was like, or like, Run to Rana was, almost in sync, and the last minute sounded funny. Because Run to Rana was like, it's been so long since I last saw you. Doesn't, like, that implies that he was like, his time travel, unlike So either he was unconscious for much longer than Lise before his time travel started to go back there, or he time traveled quite soon after Lise, but his time travel was somehow so convoluted that it took him so long until he reached the spot back. But there for sure was a long time. And me personally, Stepan, and everyone that is Kubera enjoying, I don't think that he spent a long time on Concha. I think that he and Maruna went into the time travel thing quite early on and were stuck in this time travel backroom situation for a long time. That's why they didn't age, because they were not trapped, but they were traveling outside of time. And because they were outside of time, they didn't age. So technically, physically, they're the same age as they are supposed to be, as they haven't aged that much. But in that outside of time space, they basically were there for a year, 10 years, 100 years, however long, and then managed to come back. But a question for you, Willarf was destroyed when Lise left. So when do you think the state of Willarf is in the future, where Random Maruna and Yuta were after left Lise? Oh god, stop. What even is that sentence? Willarf was destroyed when Lise left. So what do you think the state of Willarf is in the future, where Random Maruna and Yuta were after Lise left? Well, that's the question. Willarf was destroyed in a situation where Lise already left. So with them leaving after Lise, Willarf was... Oh, that's stupid. This is why I struggle with time travel, because Lise left, which changes the future. And that is the situation why Random Maruna and Yuta had to leave, because the future was changed. So in the timeline that they were in, Willarf was destroyed. And Lise went back, and something probably changed because Lise was not supposed to be back. So the destruction could happen later, something could never happen, or something. So, because they were still on timeline A, which doesn't exist anymore, they were meant to cease to exist. So that's why they traveled back in time to not cease to exist. Because the Willarf was destroyed in the original timeline, Lise traveled back, and the future changed. Meaning that the original timeline is going to cease to exist. Meaning that if Random Maruna didn't travel to the past as well, they would have ceased the Random Maruna from timeline A would have ceased to exist. But technically, the Random Maruna from timeline B that went to Concha still exist, and they would have just come back later. And technically, right now, the Random Maruna and Lise that went to Concha in timeline B, they're still on Concha, while Lise on planet, like on Willarf, is trying to save the world right now, but the Lise from Concha still exists. So it's like, right now, this is also something. There should be 2 Lise, 2 Maruna, 2 Run on this planet. Not on this planet, but in this world, in this universe. Because there are the Run, Lise, and Maruna that went to Concha. They are still on Concha together with Yuta. They're going through everything that is happening on Concha. But meanwhile, there are also the future versions of them that travel back into the past that are on Willarf. So stupid. And it's like, okay, yeah, I guess, but like, what, okay, yeah, I don't know, what, it's like, yes. So, are we ever going to talk about there's supposed to be a Lise on Concha? Are we ever going to have a situation where there's 2 Lise? Like, did they just erase them? Because they do exist. They did, like, the three of them did go to Concha. Even like in this changed timeline, they did go to Concha. It's just that there's now also versions of them that travel back into the past. Oh man, time travel is so convoluted and stupid. YouTubers, I don't know what to say, man. Don't throw your brick at me. Well, Run did tell Runner there wouldn't be 2 Run in 109 or 110, but is he right? I mean, yeah, there will be explaining later at some point. Why am I lagging so hard? I am y'all. But I don't know, man. It's just confusing, and I think like, but very interesting thoughts. Thanks for indulging my question. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to answer, Stepan. It's hard to answer because I don't have the information. Oh, and if I had the information, then it wouldn't be a good question because it would just be like, I mean, we just read it, Stepan. Why are you asking that? Are you stupid? Stepan? More like stupid Dacian, huh? Stepan Dacian? More like stupid Dacian. Why are you asking something that just happened in the story? Yeah, this is what theorizing is all about. This is what theorizing is all about. It's just like hard because time traveling is so messy. Time traveling is always so messy. But my YouTube people, I'm going to murder you now. It's time for me to murder you. To end your life. Ich find's so schön, wie Stepan hier einfach auf Deutsch schreiben kann. Aber sehr interessante Gedanken. Danke, dass Sie meine Fragen beantwortet haben. Why is your German so polite, Stepan? You're literally talking with me like in the polite second person. Marocat as well. Zusätzlich dazu, dass Airavatas Existenz gestohlen und Namen gestohlen wurden. Stepan again. Ich weiß, es ist schwer zu beantworten, deshalb frage ich ja. Ich bin neugierig, wie dein Gehirn funktioniert. Du kannst die Antworten jetzt noch nicht kennen. I know it's hard to answer. That's why I'm asking. I'm wondering how your brain works. You can't know the answers right now. The stream for me got frozen for like 2 minutes. Sounds like that sounds like a you issue. It's so stupid that YouTube is retranslating. The English text on YouTube is instantly getting translated, and I cannot turn this off. Be happy I'm not addressing you with Z. No, that's what you're addressing me with. In this second language, in the second sentence of the brain, there was like not Z, but in the first one was like but very interesting thoughts. Thanks for indulging in my question. It was translated, aber sehr interessante Gedanken. Danke, dass Sie meine Frage beantwortet haben. LM speaks very corporate HR. Yeah. Weil LLM sehr kooperativ mit HR umgeht. That's how they... Oh yeah, I mean you did write cooperate and not cooperate. That's why that's why the German translation is also like that. Ay, German. Aber nur eine Frage an Sie. Willarf wurde zerstört, als Lys ging. Wie stellen Sie sich den Zustand von Willarf in der Zukunft vor, wo sich Ran, Maruna und Yuta nach Lys' Weggang befinden? This is so funny to me because, for some reason, in English this sounds like such a normal question, so casual, so everything fine. But with this, like, auto-translated German, it feels like something you ask a politician. But a question for you, Sir Bunferno. Willarf was destroyed in the time where Lys left, right? Do you remember that happening? So what do you think of the state of Willarf is in the future, What will you do for the state of the future of Willarf? What are your situations? Why should we vote for you, Sir Bunferno? The German translator is stupid. I would never address UFC. Dann ist dein deutscher Übersetzer dumm. Ich würde dich nie mit sie ansprechen, lol. That's funny. Wait, can I? Wait, the translator, Stepan, it literally put Z in quotation marks. You didn't even do that. But the translator put Z in quotation marks. And they translated Lemao into LOL. That's very interesting. Why would they translate Lemao into LOL? Auch im Geschäftsleben und in Berufen werden sie seltener. Even in business and jobs, Z gets rarer. What a weird thing. Deutsche Sprache? Schwere Sprache. Ara. That doesn't get translated. Did you just try to find out if there's a German equivalent for Ara? Weil Lemao ein Schimpfwort enthält? Laughing my freaking ass off? No, you putting Lemao... Your Lemao now didn't get translated. Your Lemao now just got put into quotation marks for some reason. This Lemao didn't get translated this time. The earlier Lemao got translated into LOL, but this Lemao didn't. This Lemao just got put into quotation marks. Like my ass. That message didn't even appear. In my YouTube chat, this message doesn't appear. Wait. Does it appear in my live chat? Oh, doch, it appears. It appears here. Leck mich am Arsch. Yeah. Pyro, how about you try saying entire Russian alphabet? I don't know. I'd rather study Japanese. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Stepan, you just wrote Sigh. I know it's hard for you to understand the German I'm saying, but they literally translated you just saying Sigh. They translated that into Ja, genau. They translated your sigh into a completely different word. They translated your sigh into yeah, totally. And they don't translate auch Kotzel. They don't translate that. Ja, genau? Yeah. Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes, totally. Something like that. I don't understand this translating tool. Now I'm curious for potential messages from Sergeant, but I cannot scroll that far. Bruh. Bra got translated to brother. Bruder. They translated bra to brother. Bruder. Weird things are happening in this universe. Sorry, what did I do? Nothing. I just noticed that my we're looking at the German text, Sergeant, because the YouTube auto chat automatically translates the English messages into German because I'm German. So all of these people that write stuff into the chat in English, I see the German translation on my YouTube live chat, which is so weird. Ruder mein Boot. Talk on Russian but pretend like it's English. Yeah. And I was scrolling up to see if any of your funny messages were there, to see if they were weirdly translated into German. Hast du eigentlich noch etwas für den Wettbewerb geschrieben oder hast du aufgegeben? Ich habe aufgegeben. By the way, did you write something for the competition or did you give up? I gave up. I just don't have the time. Stepan. I really cannot fit it into my time frame. It just doesn't work. I don't have the time. And hire YouTube Sparky. Das ist schon seltsam, nicht wahr? It's weird, isn't it? Das ist schon seltsam, nicht wahr? Das ist schon seltsam. Wahnsinnig seltsam, würden sie sagen, in der heutigen Ökonomie. Understandable. Like, tomorrow, aber das andere läuft gut. Oh yeah, other stuff is going decent. YouTube Sparky? Yeah, YouTube Sparky. Super handsome boy. It's like, next week I'm going to Gamescom Germany, right? And right now, if we look at my in my upload schedule for example, my clipping stuff on the other channel, I still need to prepare like 4 more clips for Enya, and I'm driving on Wednesday. That means I literally only have tomorrow left to make at least like 3 or 4 more clips for Enya. But then the next problem arises. Then if I come back on the 31st, and I have only prepared Enya clips until the 1st of September, of course I will need to prepare much more again. And on the other side, I also have holes that need to be filled. And then I also need to remember that not next week, but the week after next. Not next week and not the week after, but in 3 weeks from now, on the 14th of September, I'm leaving again. I'm going on vacation. Where's the call in Germany? It's Cologne. Köln. Kawabunga! I mean, you want the YouTube Sparky. Little YouTube Sparky. So basically, after I come back from Gamescom, I will have 2 weeks time to prepare my clips that are probably for the rest of September. And I need to go back into it. Is there a Sparky on YouTube? Yeah. Yeah. And he's pregnant. Köln is Cologne, yeah. They write with a C. That was not a break. I don't know what your paella is. Urlaub am Strand, Croatia. I'm going together with my friends, like we're a group of 6 or something. We're flying to Croatia. Ja, ich bin's. Sparky Anchor. Oh, you didn't translate Sparky Anchor because it's in quotation marks. Oh my god, are the 2 Sparkies going to make out? Nice. Lemao, they translated noise into Lärm, because noise with an S is like Lärm in German, but you wrote it with a C, so they don't translate that right. Right? Yeah, we're raiding now. So YouTube people, I'm going to kill you for real now. Who is that? Thank you for being here. We'll see each other again next week for another Kubera stream. Don't worry, there will be 2 more normal Kubera streams, and then on the 14th of September there will be no Kubera stream, but there will be a stream. So YouTube people, see ya next week or on another day on Twitch. Bye bees!